Welcome back. Today's episode we're going talking about Python or using Python as a calculator. So we're going talking about numbers in Python. So video is really important, and the same point it is really simple. So this is the simple video on the tutorial. So let's get started. So today's episode we are going to talk about the basic operators on Python, so on mathematics. So today's episode I'm going to be a mathematical teacher. So yes, so this video is really good. So let's get started. So in Python actually, or in real life, so we are working with numbers. If we want to in school, or even on college, or in our work, we are dealing with numbers. So that's why actually today's episode is really simple, because today's episode we don't going to talk about operators. So today's episode is all about how to use those operators on Python. So how to add numbers and division and remainder, all those things, or we're going to cover all those operators in this episode. So let's get started with if we have, for example, 2 plus 2. So in the end we have 4. We have this is number, and then so let's take another example. So let's say, for example, if we want to for example give or add numbers. So for example, if you have 100 plus 100, so what we get is 200. Let's do, for example, print, for example, 100 plus 100. So what we get is this, so this is the same result with this on the top. So let's store the result on a variable. So let's say result is 100 plus 100. Let's print results. So this is the output. So let's try another number. If we, for example, print minus, for example, I don't know, 30. So what we get is this. So it's very simple. We can do also another mathematical operators, like for example 3. So this is the output. Let's do print type of results. What is the output? The output is integer. So why? Because it's a number. We don't have this, or we don't have 130, 1.3. This is not a float number, this is integer number, so what we get is this. So for example, we have 4 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2. This is simple operator. So this is, now let's store, this is the output. Let's store the result, I'm sorry, on, for example, R. Let's say, and let's print R. Let's print type of, I don't know what's happened, type of R. What we get is float. For example, if we want to 5, so we get this. We get a float output or result. Let's say let's say print type of yeah, I don't know, let's try float. It is a float. Do you get the idea? It's really simple. You know, if we go to the Python documentation and go here, division always returns a float. To do floor division and get an integer result, you know, you can use I don't know what's this, double slash operator to calculate the remainder. You can use, you know, this is another situation. So let's try do it. So print, for example, type for example of 10 5, 10 divided to 5, you know, so it's integer, you know, so we get an integer result, you know. Let's try, for example, do a reminder. So do you know what is reminder? It's really simple mathematical lesson, you know. So yes, so let's try, for example, if we have I don't know, 14 divided to 3, what we get is 0, you know. Let's say 40 divided to or reminder to 5, or I'm sorry. So we can do, it's simple actually. So let's say, for example, 3, it's a reminder. So for example, we can do another example. If we want to print, for example, print you know, 5, and what we get is we get 25. So we can basically, we can you know, what is it, what is it, actually square. So we can it's possible to use this is operator to calculate the powers of squared. So let's try to do it. Print, for example, 5 to 5, you know. So what we I'm sorry actually. So let's try to do it. I'm sorry, what's happened. For example, 5 2, so what we get is 25. So it's really simple. Actually there's a really important thing, which is grouping, how to calculate grouping. So if you want to calculate grouping, we can calculate grouping. For example, grouping, what is grouping? This is a long video. So what is grouping? So grouping actually is, we have, for example, R. So let R equal, so we get started with this, you know. We get started with calculate grouping between those brackets, or between grouping. So let's, we're going to say, we would say 10 minus 1, and yes, you know. And what we get actually, so this we go and get 5, and then 5 2, and actually what we get in the end is equal to 5. So it's really simple. So let's try to calculate this. So let's say print, for example, I don't know what does that mean, R or R, let's say R equal, let's say minus 2 5 and then weight 2 and then print what is the type. So what is the data type, or what is the data type of a variable or variable a? So let's say a, and let's say type of a, it's integer, you know, from class. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in another episode. Goodbye.